My name is John Klemp, and we are going to kick off another episode of Leap Forward with Riesterer Schnell, our informative podcast where we go through everything that's happening here at Riesterer Schnell and with John Deere and all the other great things that go on in the agricultural industry here. Today I am joined with Hunter Weisner. We're up here at the Pound location, one of our northernmost stores. And Hunter, could you introduce yourself a little bit for us?
Yeah, I'm Hunter Weisner. I've been with Riesterer Schnell since April, so I've got a good summer and a good part of a winter season under my belt here. So I've had some really exciting snow removal projects I've been working on with some customers this year.
Yeah, no, we're doing this podcast here right after the new year. It's cold outside. We don't have that much snow. We had a couple of flurries here, but you've primarily been in the turf sales role, right?
Yep.
Basically taking care of our lawn and garden commercial customers, a couple of those governmentals in there as well. And I mean, given the time of year that it is here, colder weather, we're up here in Wisconsin. We know we're going to be getting some snow here at some point. It's kind of weird that we don't have it already. And we thought, what better opportunity than to, talk about all the different options that Riesterer Schnell has to help these customers with their snow removal.
Yeah, absolutely. For example, this year, it seems that inverted snowblower is really satisfying a lot of the needs of a lot of the customers. Actually had set up a gentleman with a 4052R with one of the inverted snowblowers and the cab cameras that we normally use in the combines, right?
Yep.
So we actually set those up where there's one up at the top of the cab so he can look back and see what he's backing up into, and then one more towards that 3-point so he can see what he's hooking up on his 3-point. So that was a really nice setup for that gentleman.
Snow equipment, to me, I think snow equipment's the fun part of lawn and garden sales because there's so many different options and different ways that you can take it, where, right, in turf sales, a lot of it's lawn mowing. Yep. It doesn't really matter what piece of equipment you're getting, you're mowing the lawn with it. With snow, there's so many different ways, and I think it's almost a more enjoyable job, right? You feel more accomplished when you've got that driveway all cleared off or anything like that. But then the other aspect of it is just the variety in customers, right? We here at Riesterer Schnell, we take care of everything from Aaron's walk behinds to commercial snow removal where we're clearing parking lots and so on, and having just that vast amount of different types of equipment to help tackle that job. And some of the crazy custom stuff that we've also been able to do, like you were just talking about, where, we've got a 3-point mounted snowblower where normally the biggest drawback to a 3-point is getting a sore neck, right? Having to turn around and look behind you, and that's always a hang-up point for customers, it seems. And then you were able to help take care of that customer just by throwing some cameras in there, like you said.
Yeah.
Taking a large ag solution like what we do with our combines and putting cameras in the back or on the auger or grain tank, and hey, we can take that all the way down into the turf application as well. So cool things that way. I guess as long as we're talking about snow equipment, just run through some of the different pieces of equipment that we have that help tackle that snow equipment. Like, right, we started off with the errands, but then where do we go from there? Like the residential customer all the way up into that commercial customer.
Yeah, absolutely. We obviously have the snowblowers that go on the front of our lawn and garden tractors. So for a lot of people, that's a really nice option. Most people already have a lawnmower, and hopefully they have a John Deere. So, we have, the 47 and the 54-inch and the 44-inch as well for those smaller lawn and garden tractors. And I think it just creates that, versatility that someone is usually looking for in a piece of equipment.
Right. That's the cool thing. We're in Wisconsin, right? I mean, we get seasons. This isn't like Arizona or Florida or some of those warm weather states where it's the same all year round. Here in Wisconsin, we get the seasons where with that lawn tractor, you can do stuff in the spring cleanup, mow all summer, fall cleanup with the leaves when all those beautiful leaves fall on the ground, but then I think the question always is, even when we're selling new lawnmowers in the springtime of the year, what are you doing for snow removal? Because when you take a step back and think about it, up here in Wisconsin, one third of that tractor's life is during snow removal season. I mean, if you count December, January, February, March, and who knows, we might get dumped on in April too. we don't know, but
It's happened.
if you just count those 4 months, that's 1/3 of your tractor's life is set up for snow equipment. So it's a cool option that way. And I mean, we were talking kind of before we kicked off this podcast, but just the options to trick your tractor, right? Where you can really deck it out. Where you would talk about those residential riding lawn tractors and like some of the cab options that we have, right?
Yeah,
Where that's
absolutely.
nobody wants to go and wear a snowsuit out when they blow snow. So I mean, being able to put some different options on for cabs and that kind of thing, right?
Absolutely. I've, I think 2 or 3 different lawn and garden tractors. I put the original tractor cabs on this year. Honestly, it's a lot of older guys who are sick of being out in the wind and they just want something better for themselves now, but still want to stay at that garden tractor size. They don't necessarily want to graduate up to a compact tractor. And so that was a really nice, especially cost-effective option for them.
Right. Still get that glass windshield and the wiper and all the goodies, but can take it off in the summer, right?
Yep.
Versatile tractor.
Yeah, those hardtop cabs, they store up really nicely for the winter and they're super easy to take on and off. And frankly, if the customers don't want to, we can always send a tech out to do that as well for them.
Yep. So we covered the residential side, the errands, the riding lawn tractors, garden tractors, that kind of thing. Let's say I got a little bit more snow. Let's just keep working our way up. If I got a little bit more snow, we get into some even better options, right? Like let's talk compact tractors and all the different options that we have for compact tractors when it comes to snow removal, because there is a ton of different ways we can take this, right?
Absolutely. I mean, obviously on that more cost-effective end, kind of focusing on that, we do have those front-mounted blades. You can do those with a manual rotation or with a hydraulic. We have the snow pushes as well. If you do have a little more snow even than the blade can handle, those are really nice options.
And being able to put that right onto the loader as well.
100%.
I think we run into it a lot of times where guys have like wood burners or pellet burners to, and they want to be able to use that tractor's loader to help make their lives easier rather than just plowing snow. Being able to put that on the loader and then be done with it, I think that's really cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Going back to that versatility, I think a lot of people just really like that quick attach system on the front of the loader, and just being able to use it in multiple different ways throughout the winter is really nice for a lot of folks.
Yeah. And then we also see cab options, right? Heated cabs, being able to blow snow in a t-shirt, right? Where that's a much more enjoyable way to do it.
Absolutely.
I know those 3Rs have been huge with that 60-inch front snowblower. I know that is a very common snow removal tractor here in our area. Being able to clear 60 inches in a swath and stay comfortable doing it. So
yeah, and speaking of big snow blowers, we did just get in our first the 1280Fs for the front of the 4R tractors, which is an exciting new addition from Frontier.
Isn't that awesome? Where I was just out on the lot and I took a look at it, and my gosh, that thing is an animal.
Oh yeah.
That is I think there's going to be a lot of customers who are going to be interested in something like that, right? Because I know in my experience, we've had customers who wanted that bigger 4 Series tractor, right? Going back to the 4720s and, pre-2015 when we had those large frame tractors, and now they got to take a step back. Like in previous years, they've had to take a step back, get down into that 3 to get that front mount snowblower. Having that 2180F, I think, is going to be huge for a lot of customers. Being able to go back to that large frame tractor, put a front mount snowblower on it, no more looking behind you or having to do different options.
Absolutely. I think that thing honestly looks like a complete monster, and it's going to be really great for your customers who are, like way up north, up in the Keweenaw, way up there in the UP. They're getting a lot of snow. Anyone who's doing snow removal commercially, say they're doing parking lots and things, this thing is going to get the job done. It is heavy duty.
Yeah.
They are bragging up the 245-degree chute rotation on that, so you have a lot of options for placement.
Yep.
If you're really trying to get that snow in specific spots, that's going to help you do that, way easier.
And you still have a versatile tractor when you're done.
Yeah, so talking on that commercial end, what else do we have for options there for people, John, who, landscaping companies, snow removal guys who are doing it professionally?
Yeah, so the commercial side of things, I think that's really blown up here in the last couple of years. Like, we've seen a big transition from guys doing it with, pickup trucks and snow plows to going more commercial equipment, right? Like, I know wheel loaders have been huge lately. Those compact wheel loaders that John Deere has to offer, skid loaders, as well as our compact tractors and utility tractors, right? We've got a lot of guys who are plowing parking lots now. They mount a blade onto the front of their large ag tractor to find another job for that tractor during the winter months. The other big thing I really like about the commercial side of things is we have a lot of different short line. I'm going to call them short line, not our bread and butter John Deere Frontier equipment, but other makes of equipment that we carry here at Riesterer Schnell to really assist in that snow removal. A couple of those big ones like HLA snow wings. You've got Metal Plus. We've sold a lot of Metal Plus blades on to even those smaller compact tractors to help out with the commercial guys. Nice heavy duty built equipment, as well as like Burlon, CID, some of our more local companies here in the valley as well, to really assist with that commercial snow removal. The other big thing that I think really helps our commercial customer is just our store locations, as well as having that parts and service team on call, including on Saturdays, right? Mother Nature doesn't wait for business hours to snow, and I mean, you look at some of the stress that our commercial customers are under when we get those large snow events. Having a dealer that's there and able to serve you with road techs. We've got, like I said, stores open on Saturdays. Being able to come in, even if you're a residential customer, being able to come in and get that shear pin for that snowblower that went when we got that last ice storm. Great opportunities there. I mean, not to mention just where all those stores are, whether you live down in the valley or way up north. We've got stores around the greater northeast and central Wisconsin to help take care of you, regardless of where you live.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but that's the snow equipment lineup for the most part. I mean, there's any number of ways that we can customize things and find exactly the right tool that a customer needs. And I think it's real nice that Riesterer Schnell can be your one-stop shop for all your snow equipment needs.
Absolutely. Hopefully we get some snow here coming up, so
it would be
the
really
customers
nice.
who have bought snow blowers this year can test them out, and we can see how well their new equipment is working for them.
Yes, it'll be fun once we get some white stuff.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, hey, Hunter, thank you so much for joining us here today, and we'll be back at her again next month.
Thank you, John.
We're your John Deere dealer coming through for you, Riesterer and Schnell.